Today I'm here with Tim Haggerty, Director of Human Resources at Aramark. Today we'll be asking him some questions that we asked a couple of the employees on a survey, and we're going to correlate his answers with the employee answers. But first, Tim, why don't you give us a little overview of what Aramark is and what they do?
Sure, I'd love to. Aramark is a $15 billion organization, and we're a professional services company. So our slogan or motto is Managed Services, Managed Better. So we have many different lines of business. Probably the most popular that most people know is food services, but we also do refreshment services, which is your coffee and tea in different various offices across America. We also do correctional services. We provide uniform services and facility services. And that's only naming a few. So basically, we're your one-stop shop. We'll serve your food and drink, we'll clean it up, and we'll maintenance your building, whether it be commercial or manufacturing.
Great. Now, each of these questions correlates with the elements of organization in communication in an organization.
Sure.
So the first question is, do you think management pay incentives affect the employee's productivity?
At Aramark, I do. We're on a pay-for-performance scale, so each year employees are reviewed on an annual basis. Information is taken from their supervisors as well as their peers, and they're sat down, and based on how they resulted and different sort of metrics, we then give them a pay increase. We also look at the competitive industry to see what other people are being paid in our industry, and also look at the market data out there. So employees who work hard are rewarded monetarily and are compensated for what we think is fairly, and so far our employees, I hope, agree.
Your employees do agree at a staggering rate of 90%.
Great.
Next question. Do you feel that the employees have ample opportunities to communicate with management?
Yes. Even though Aramark is such a large organization and there's a lot of different positions and a lot of different ladders to climb, I know that I've offered an open door policy with my employees. If there's any sort of issue or concern or even suggestion or recommendation, we feel that our employees feel comfortable enough to come to us. While we're across the world and we're such a large, well-known organization, our employees are humble, and they're all working together for one thing, to make sure that Aramark succeeds. So with that humility comes comfortableness between supervisors and employees.
Well, your company obviously does a good job at this too, because 90% of your employees agree with you on this one as well.
Great.
Next question. Do you think Aramark creates an environment in which the employees feel comfortable communicating their ideas and concerns?
Yes. Again, there's cases out there where certain employees or circumstances happen where employees may not feel comfortable, but for the most part, Aramark offers private hotline calls for people who have issues and have problems, so they can call in anonymously and give us tips, and HR is right on top of that. Those for people who don't feel comfortable. For the most part, people that do feel comfortable are able to sit down with their managers, or if they're not, they have somewhere else to go, and hopefully problems can get squashed as soon as possible.
Well, our survey says that 65% of your company feels the same way that you do on this topic. To follow up that question, we will ask, are there effective communication systems within the organization so that the employees can get their concerns and ideas across?
Right. Well, as I just previously mentioned, our hotline calls, what happens is employees can call into a number, and then they can either record or write down some sort of problem or issue that they may be having. Doesn't matter when or where, and then that is sent out to a third party. The third party kind of puts the problem into a package, and then the package is sent to HR, and then HR can go in and investigate. And what we do is, we don't go in there guns blazing. We take our time and make sure that we're talking to the right people and making sure that the issues get squashed. Beyond that, when each employee is hired, non-exempt and exempt, we create an immersion plan. And that immersion plan is kind of a 90-day map for who employees are supposed to be talking to, what milestones they're supposed to be completing, and what things they're supposed to be getting done in order to progress and succeed at Aramark, especially when they first get started.
Well, just like the last question, 65% of your employees feel the same way about that as well. And now on to our last question.
Sure.
And that is, do you feel employees are inspired by the mission and values of Aramark?
I do. Aramark employees are hardworking, and since Aramark, we don't have products, we provide services, so our employees are our products. So we need to make sure that our employees are, taken care of, and we pride ourselves on that. We also Aramark prides itself on compliance and integrity, and I think that really shows in our employees. They don't they don't let problems get too far out of hand without really trying to get a hold of them. And if that requires getting everyone on board, that's what they're going to do. Aramark has been voted one of the most ethical companies in the United States, and I think that is directly correlated to our employees and their behavior.
Well, in our survey, 80% of your employees feel that your mission and values are something to be said for. So, in conclusion, we see that Aramark is a great organization and they treat their employees very well. Have a good day.
Thank you.